the notion that having a hearing loss is so stigmatizing, I think, is what is holding people with hearing loss back. Even in Hollywood, you don't see actors playing, a lot of roles for people with disabilities. You see mainstream people playing people with disabilities. In the Oscars, you saw 2 people who were nominated for their roles of playing people with disabilities that didn't have a disability. Why didn't they use a person with a disability to play the disability? Because it's just okay to keep putting people with disabilities in the little box. And I think we need to change that. I think the other thing is sharing access globally. Different countries around the world implement access really well, and other countries have none, and then there's the in between. But there's no rhyme or reason. So the United Kingdom has unbelievable access using something called an induction loop. And what that is somebody would speak into this little microphone right here, and the person with the hearing loss would switch their hearing aid to the T setting, and the sound would electromagnetically jump from the microphone to the person's hearing aid or cochlear implant, blocking all the background sound. So you see induction loops at service counters, like at banks, in pharmacies, supermarkets. Then that's amazing. This isn't about charity. This is about providing excellent customer service. I think we're building too many buildings around the world that are not including access for people with hearing loss. So we have a lot of incredible buildings going up globally by Starkitects that are these incredible, beautiful buildings with jarring lines and swirling lines. And I think we need to make sure that those buildings and those museums contain access for people with disabilities. And where most of the countries might focus on physical access, they're not focusing on hearing loss. So when I travel around the world, I see museum after museum being built without hearing access. And I think some of the philosophy comes from various cultures. Some cultures view disabilities as we take care of our own, it's about us, and other cultures view disabilities as it's about them. They should figure it out, their family should figure it out. And I think we have to change our perspective of disabilities not about being about them, but about being about us. This is about providing excellent customer service and providing access globally, and we want this global. The other issue that comes up is people rely on the community for information. And while we should definitely look towards the community for information, I think it's important we also rely on experts so that we get qualified information. I think we need to pull in the best and brightest people who have maybe achieved success in their areas of work and bring in their brain trust and say, okay, this is for the greater good. How do we open source hearing aid technology? How do we perfect that algorithm so people with hearing loss can hear? And I think if we open source the technology, people will be more interested in adding to the platform. So I think that's one. I think 2 is making sure every person in the world who needs a hearing aid has access to a hearing aid. People can't function if they need hearing aids and they don't have access. So I think we need to stop having hearing aids be the new status symbol for the rich, and we need to make sure anyone who needs a hearing aid has access to hearing. It's a human right, it's a civil right. I think the final thing is understanding that hearing loss is a spectrum. Routinely, sign language is used as a band-aid solution to access. So sign language is critical to the people who need it, but it's a component of access. It's really a 3-pronged approach to people with hearing loss for having access. You need audio, visual, and qualified interpretation every time there's sound, whether human or audio. So you want to bring the sound directly to a person's ear. You want to have a visual representation, captioning or live captioning, which is CART, and then qualified interpretation. But it's not like a menu where you can pick and choose depending on which one you want. You can't do one thing. You need 3 things. So we need to make sure the full spectrum of people with hearing loss is represented and has access.